Hey everyone, this is Jay over at Empower Abilities with another Ascend EVV tutorial. We're just going to do a general overview of the app. We're going to go through the menu items and kind of show you the different areas within the app. This is being recorded on my iPhone. If you have an Android device, there's one or two things that are a little bit different, but other than that, the look is the same. And I'll point out where it's different. So let's begin. And this is the login screen. The very top field you see is where it says E:(A), that's where the domain goes, and our domain is E:(A). And then underneath that, you have the username, and then you have a password. And then the login button, you'll notice that the word login is kind of greenish. That is because the password hasn't been entered. Once the password hits that 8-character length, it will turn white. Then directly underneath that, you have did you forget your password? And then the recover password link. So if that would start the recover password process. And then right directly underneath that is, are you a first-time user? Click the register button below, and that would start the self-registration process where you would create your new user account. Now, I have videos that go through both the registration process and the password recovery process, and I'll talk about how to see those videos or where to find those videos later on in this uh, video. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to log in. And this opens up to the home screen. And on the home screen, you'll see that we're in Power Abilities, and then the Welcome EVV, and then you'll see the green button that says Start New Visit. And right underneath that, you'll have the previous visit. So this was the last visit that I had. And you'll see that I had one earlier this morning at 9:40 when I was just testing this out and walking through this. So, and I had zero duration, so it was very short. So, and then right underneath that's the last time that I refreshed the last time that this went up to the server and got information. So let's go ahead and I'm going to start a visit. So it will take us to the initial visit screen. And then here on this initial visit screen, you're going to see that yellow bar with that red circle with the white eye in it. That's the information bar. And that's going, whenever you see this on a screen in Ascend EVV, this is telling us what we need to do in this window. So in this case, select the client to start the visit. So the client is the same as the consumer. So you want to select the consumer. And right underneath here, you'll see that I have Empower Consumer. If I had multiple consumers that I worked for, they would all be listed here and I'd have to pick the consumer that I work for. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and we're going to click my Empower Consumer, which will start a visit. And then you'll see up in that yellow information bar, again, you're going to see that it says visit has started. So it tells me that the visit has started, and then it says complete the visit documentation for the visit. So when it was time for me to clock out, I'd go down to tasks and documentation, and then I'd have to start picking items off the plan of care. So notice that as soon as I click one, that there's that little green circle with that white arrow that points up to that white line. That's the upload button. So now it's saying that I can upload this visit up to the server. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click that just to go through closing out this. And that brings me back to the home screen. So now I want to bring your attention, if you're using an iPhone, up to the upper left part on that blue bar. If you're using an Android, it will be on the right portion of that blue bar. But those three horizontal white lines, those horizontal lines are what we call a hamburger menu. So I'm going to click on that to drop all the menus, all the different menu items or screens that we can get to on this app. We've just visited the visit area and we already had looked at the home screen. So now let's go to history. Now the history is where I can get a total of all the visits that I've had. Now this tells me, if I look at each one of these, I'll be able to get an idea for what the duration of each of my visits has been during this period. It doesn't give me a running total though. Maybe in a further releases, future releases of Ascend EVV, they might have that they might have that ability, but currently they don't. So now I could click on any of these visits and I could get the information on it. I could see what plan of care items I took, when it was captured, all that. So if I went here and I clicked on the one down here, I'm going to click on this 513 and I'll get the information for that visit, and it will tell me everything about that visit. And notice up on that information bar there, it says this visit has been completed and can no longer be changed. That means that it's done. That there's nothing more for me to do. It's already been uploaded in. It will go through to payroll. Notice also that all these have that green circle with that white check mark. That means that all these are clear to go through. If there was a visit that was an exception, it would show here as well with the red. So we're going to click here and we're going to go down to clients next on the hamburger menu, and we're going to click the client. Now this is where I can look at any of the consumers that I work for. So if I had multiple consumers, they would all be listed here. And if I click on the actual consumer, it's going to open up their name, their address, and it's also going to give me the authorizations. The authorizations are what they were authorized by the state of Missouri to work, as far as how many hours was allotted to them for their plan of care. So in this case, the CDS plan of care is 50 hours per month. And then we have another item, which is the ILW, which is independent living waiver, that gives the consumer an additional 250 hours per month. So that would be the most hours that could be worked for this, could be billed to the state of Missouri to be paid out would be 300 hours within this month. So that pretty much tells me, so I could look at each one of my consumers listed and get that information. And I could use that information to kind of keep track of my hours on how many hours I had left that I could actually work and get paid for during that month. So let's go to the hamburger menu again, and we're going to go to the support page. Now, the support page, basically under where it says phone number, this will be the phone number, the contact person at Empower Abilities that you need to call if you have an issue with Ascend that you need help with. And then right underneath that is the email address, and that's going to be the email of where you would contact somebody if you needed some assistance with Ascend EVV. And then under the support information, we have information regarding our YouTube videos. So it says, check out our easy to follow YouTube tutorials to get in-depth guidance and answers to commonly asked questions. And then it says, to see all our EVV videos, go to youtube.com and search Empower Abilities Ascend EVV. Now, this is important because if you don't have the links to the videos already saved, what you can do is all you need to do is when you open up YouTube, if you search for Empower Abilities and then Ascend EVV, it will bring up a listing of all the videos that we currently have for Ascend EVV, and then you could pick the one that's relevant to the problem that you're having, and it very well may answer the question that you have. So there'd be no need to call somebody. So let's say it's the weekend and you're trying to do something and you don't remember. If you call, you're not going to get a response until Monday, but you could go to YouTube and you could search the video and you very well might be able to get the answer to the question that you're needing an answer to. So I hope you found this video informative, and have a good day.